How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another playthrough live of Steins Gate 0, live and exclusive to YouTube. I'm your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. For those of you who've been here before for the previous parts of this series in the OG Steins Gate, maybe you've rolled a Danganronpa, all the Persona, Shin Megami Tensei 3, Nocturne, Final Fantasy 7, and a huge load more of them. Thank you very much, and a huge welcome back to all of you, because without you people, there's a lot quieter channel, but it will still be here, but a lot quieter. Now, for those of you who've never seen this channel before, maybe you were dragged here by searching for things to do with sci-fi or Steins Gate or anime or whatever it was, a huge welcome to all of you. The chat box is open, and we're now tonight going to be starting a new route. Last time we saw what happened when we ignored 2 calls from Amadeus. Now, this time what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the second of these, and then we're going to see what happens after that, because I've got an idea, but I need to initially go and pick up a call. So we're going to move forward to one of the quick saves I've got for it, which I believe is this one. So we're going back to the Orbital Eclipse to try and view one more of the endings before we unlock the true ending. We're not too far from the end, people. Let's get going. Just as I was about to put the phone back in my pocket, it rang again. At first I thought that Maho might have forgotten to tell me something, but when I saw the screen, I gasped. What's this? Oh, Corrine! Who's calling? Hello. Help me! Kurisu? Help me, Okabe! In that instant, I suddenly felt incredibly dizzy, and everything went black. Yep, now, if I'm not mistaken, if this is the scene I think it's going to be, I'm probably going to skip it, because we've already seen this scene. You know, Arista Jack's jumping on the chat saying, "Hey, how was everyone last weekend? You hope you had a good one." And what's been happening lately in the game? Well, first of all, everything's been great. Had a great weekend, obviously, here on Saturday evening for the previous part. And, well, last time we actually got to an ending. So we're going back to try and get another one. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a scene I've already played out before when I did an earlier playthrough. So I'm going to be skipping ahead in just a moment. But first of all, let me just double check. I felt like I was floating up from the bottom of a black pit. My mind slowly began to clear. Where am I? I slowly looked around the room. There was no way I could mistake it. This was the Future Gadget Lab. The place I'd been just a moment ago. There was nothing unusual about it, except for the fact that everyone was missing. They'd been there just a moment ago, but now they were all gone. I looked at the clock. It would be just about 3 PM when I finished my call with Maho. Only a few minutes had passed. Even if I'd passed out, it was impossible to imagine all of them leaving me here. Which meant... No way. I took a slow walk around the room. There were other strange things. Dara's PC, for example. There was a thin layer of dust on the keyboard, as if no one had used it for a while. And then the corner of the room. Normally that was where Miyuri put her bags. And Avian jumping in simply saying, Monday. I know the feeling all too well, and it's not exactly warm here, Avian, so good evening to you. Now, I believe we've just gone to the scene where we're about to see a reunion of sorts, but I don't know if all of you have seen it in the chat, so I'm going to quickly play it through for a moment, just to confirm. The paper bags where she always put the cosplay outfits she was working on. Queen jumping in saying, "Do I have an ending for before sending the mail for?" Which part? Which part are you talking about? Which particular bit is that? I'm trying to remember which part you're on about. I possibly do. I'd have to go back through my saves for it. I'd seen them there just a moment ago, but now they were gone. Could this be...
また世界線が変わった。
The world line changed again. Why?
そういえば
Come to think of it. Chris's words from before. Help me, Okabe! Ah, yes, I'm already at that point, Queen. Right now, I'm currently on the 2nd of January. Because what I did was I answered the call on the 2nd of January. So I've gone back to the other world. My plan is to change. Is to ignore the call that comes in on the 15th of January. Did it have something to do with the world line shift? Yep, so taking the phone out of his pocket. I'm going to quickly skip ahead here, people. If I'm not mistaken, this is where we get a reveal. Yep, I was right. So I'm on the path I wanted to be on. So basically, this is where, for those of you who never saw the previous stream, we were reunited with Makise Kurisu. Yes, she came back. But as we've already seen this on a previous stream, we're moving ahead. This is going to feel a bit strange. I'm skipping ahead on purpose because these scenes are unchanged. At least I believe they are anyway, because the key thing I've done already has remained the same. Yep, and that's where he talks about sending the world message, and then she tells him that it's time to go. I feel so good as an avian, well unfortunately, it's not anymore because I'm skipping it. This is on a previous stream, people. If you do want to see the whole scene, it is on a previous stream. Yep, so this is where he believes it's all a dream, if I'm not mistaken. And everyone asks him what the hell he's doing. But the world line's still slightly changed. So I'm just going to quickly get through these just to make sure. Yep, perfect. Right, so it's the point where I need to change. So this is where I just hold down the LB button, people. Everything will now be exactly the same until the point where I want to change it, which to say is the 15th of January, I believe. I think that's when an important call comes in. So this part of the stream, unfortunately, is pretty much fast forward. There's not much we can really do here. I feel like one of those people who's like, you know, playing Persona 4, but literally holding down the fast forward button. I will give this game credit though. Unlike the Persona fast forward, this one actually does go at speed. Yeah, it's the 3rd of January, so we're still early yet, people. So while we skip ahead, because we have to, unfortunately, you can't just like hit the point and then immediately go forward like in some other games. I think you can do that in Detroit Become Human, actually. I think you can make a choice and then literally go to the next chapter and remembers the choices you've made. This game doesn't work like that. At least I don't think it does, anyway. So for all you people out there watching this now, you're all like, slow it down. Well, you can always put it on 0.25 speed. Actually, no, don't do that. You'd have my horrendous voice sounding even more demonic than usual. And Avian, on the last stream, you got very curious after I warned you not to do something. Don't get curious this time. Oh yes, you're not living that one down, Avian. So we're on the 6th of January. We need to go on to the 15th. I say these scenes we've seen them all before, so it's just I'm saving us a load of time. Who knows, we might now get towards an ending tonight, which I wasn't expecting to do. I will give you a brief update though from my next planned stream, my Shin Megami Tensei 5 stream. I need to have input from the audience. I could start the game by breaking the game. How much do you want me to do it? Answers in the chat, people. If you're interested in seeing me exploit an exploit I've found, I can show it off on the stream when we get started. Because my plan is to treat the New Year's stream with myself and Nerdy Hound as part 1. So I'm going to literally pick the game up from that point, essentially. I don't believe I've got ahead on my playthrough. I really hope I've not. Right, so it's the 11th now, so we're getting closer. I might just make a manual save here while I can, actually. Over, yeah, Gehenna's Stigma. That's a terrible ending. Gehenna's Stigma can go and get lost. Yeah, exactly, Queen. I was planning on doing that, but for now, we'll move forward here first. Let's see this ending. So I really want to do it purely because I want to show you just how you can take advantage of something if you've got the right edition of the game. I don't think they intended it to be so easily exploited. But I don't want to say any more because I've got a couple of big surprises planned. But first I have to do the exploit in order to reveal it. Just as I spoke, a line message arrived. Oh, it's from Lukaku. Yeah, it's saying she's calmed down. Okay, that's fine. Right, what date are we at now? Oh, now we're in Kagari's body. Only we're not in Kagari's body, because of course that's best girl in disguise. I'm going to switch hands so I can get some coffee. Right, okay. Time to do another manual save, because we're now on the 15th. And again, Gehenna's Stigma. That ending can go screw itself. So regular programming will resume very shortly, people. Because I believe there's a phone call that's due any moment. Yep, this is the big one. This is it. This is where in the previous playthrough we chose to answer the call and essentially end the influence. I'm now choosing the other ending. Those were definitely Karisu's words. At least that's how it seemed to me. I remembered what she'd said before. She told me to save Miyuri. She told me she couldn't sacrifice Miyuri to save herself. Maybe there was a tiny chance that Karisu's memories would safely settle inside Kagari's mind. But even if they did, I knew what she'd chosen. So let's do another manual save while I can. There we go, that'll do. She'd chosen to leave. She'd chosen to disappear. I had no way of knowing if the words coming out of Kagari's mouth were from another personality created by Karisu's memories. But there was no doubt that they were Karisu's words. Right now, she was nothing but a formless thing called memories. So why even now when she was nothing but memories, did she still suffer so much? Why did she have to suffer at all? I'm sorry, Okabe. Clear drops fell from her softly closed eyes. Oh, did you find it yet? Kurisu! I asked him to stop myself from screaming her name. Hang on, just a little more. Just a little more. This isn't good, Uncle! Suza whispered to me as she looked out the window.
2、3、何人か集まってきてる。ストラト4だ。
1, 2, 3. There's a bunch of them outside. It's Stratfor! Daru!
よし来い来い来い
Okay, come on, come on, come on. The tension was rising every second. Was he done yet? Why wasn't he done yet?
シュー
Got it!
誰
Daru!
シューシューシュー来た来た来たビンゴ
Alrighty, I got it! Bingo! Lukaku and the others brought the treatment device over, but I motioned for them to stay back as I looked down at the monitor. Maho leaned over Daru's other shoulder.
重要そうなファイルの中からサイズの大きなものを選んで。
I got the files that seem important to pick the biggest one.
待ってよ大きなのずっともしかしてこれかな
Wait, the big one? Could it be this one?
でもファイルネームジョンって
But the file name is John.
モーツァルトの洗礼名はヨハネ。きっとそれだわ。
That was Mozart's Christian name. That has to be it.
なんかよくわからんけど OK てか中にもファイルがいっぱいあるんですけど
I don't get it, but okay. There are a lot of files inside it, though.
見せて。
Let me see. Inside the folder were several files labeled with codes.
ファイルが増えてる。私たちの研究段階じゃこんなに多くなかった。
There's more files. There weren't this many when we were doing the research. Which meant that after the Amadeus program was shut down, it had ended in Stratford's hands somehow, and they'd gone on to do more experiments with it.
この中のどれかがカガリさんの記憶データのはずだけど。
One of these has to be Kagari's memory data, but...
K6205 だ
K6205.
え
Huh?
K6205 番が係の記憶だ誰
K6205 is Kagari's memories, Daru! Koshal number 620, the magic flute.
K62 あったこれだ
K620... I found it!
後の手はずは事前に話した通りに頼む
Now, just do it like we talked about. Compared to Karisu's time leap machine, the process was a lot simpler. Since the memory data already existed, there was no need for a VR headset. Or a phone wave. All we had to do was use the decoder program on Kagari's memory data. Then use CERN's LHC to compress it. Then we transferred the compressed data and sent it to the cell phone.
早く！完全に囲まれた！
Harry, we're completely surrounded!
誰準備はいいか
Daru, are you ready?
オールオッケー
Okie dokie.
よし行くぞ
Okay, do it!
待って！
Wait! I looked up and saw that Maho was staring at the screen. Her features frozen in an iron mask.
どうしたヒアジョさん
What's wrong, Hyajo?
本当にうまくいくのかしら。もし失敗したら、カガリさんは。
Is this really going to work? If it fails, Kagari will... I reached my arm around Daru's back and put my hand firmly on her shoulder.
大丈夫だ俺が保証する
You'll be fine. I guarantee it.
岡部さん。
Okabe.
おじ
Uncle!
係
Kagari! I stepped away from the PC and knelt down in front of the sofa where Kagari lay.
さん。岡部さん。
Okabe.
いいな
Ready? Goodbye. Yeah. Kurisu. Right, and this is where I have to ignore a phone call. They're here! Daru!
了解
Roger! The sound of footsteps coming up the stairs. The sound of the phone ringing. As all these different sounds filled the air,
岡部さん。
listen, Okabe! The last thing she said was,
多分、岡部さんのこと。
I think that I...
あなたのこと。
you. Whether those were Karisu's words or Kagari's, Her words were cut off by the sound of the door and the sound of screaming. I hesitated. Not only did I hesitate to answer, but I almost tried to tap the button to reject the call. But then Kagari's fingers cut mine off. And then her fingers, or maybe her Krisu's, tapped the button to answer the call. And then the phone up against her head stopped the ringing. Was I supposed to press that myself? Why do I get the feeling I screwed that up? Because I answered the call last time, didn't I? Something tells me that's not right. The dizziness stopped. As did my mouse accidentally clicked off my screen. The room was pitch black. There was no one there but me. Even Suzuha, who should have been living here, was gone. Yeah, this scene doesn't look familiar, it looks a lot darker. Daru, Miyuri, Faris, Luca, and Kagari too. Everyone was gone. Hang on, isn't this the bad ending where we ended up in the future? I was so tired and sleepy. I closed my smartphone and lay down on the sofa. I closed my eyes, too tired to think.
Okarin. Okarin.
Okarin? Okarin?
ねえ、起きて。もうお昼だよ。
Wake up! It's lunchtime! I don't remember this scene either, so I think we're okay. It's just because she answered the call. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Someone was shaking me softly.
おかりん、寝すぎだよ。
Oh, Karin, you're sleeping too much.
もうすぐ、かがりさんも来ちゃうのに。
Kagari will be here soon. Kagari? The second I heard her name, my mind snapped back into alertness. I forced myself to sit up. I was sitting on the sofa in the lab, and it's afternoon on the 15th. Right, okay, something's gone strange here. Outside the window, it was bright.
やっと起きたね。
Oh, you're finally up!
てってる。
Whoops.
おかりん。
Oh, Karin.
Oh.
Yeah. Mayuri nodded, satisfied, and left my side. I took a look around the room. The table was covered in notebooks and textbooks that seemed to belong to Miyuri. She was probably doing her homework. I could see Dara's huge back hunched over the PC. The monitor was displaying a cute anime character. He seemed to be playing another H game. From the look of things, the only people in the lab were him, me, and Miyuri. The time on my phone said it was just before noon, which meant I'd been asleep for more than 10 hours. Oh no. I must have passed out before I checked to see if the world line had changed. I listened for a moment, and I could hear the usual bustling of Akihabara outside. There was no sign of Stratfor. That alone made me feel relieved.
おかりん、なんだかうなされてるみたいだったよ。大丈夫？
Oh, Karin, you looked like you were having a bad dream. Is everything okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
麦茶飲む？寝起きでドクペはやめた方がいいよね。
Want some barley tea? You shouldn't have Dr. P right after you get up, right? Dr. P is good anytime. Don't be like that. And no worries. Queen, say your job's done, you gotta get back to the floor. Well, enjoy as much as you can and I'll catch you when you're done.
そうだな。麦茶がいい。
Yeah, tea's fine. But coffee is king. Okay, got it. Miyori went to the kitchen.
コップ全部使っちゃってる。今洗うからちょっと待っててね。
Oh, there aren't any clean cups. Just give me a second. I'll wash one.
大丈夫。急がなくていい。
I'm fine. No hurry.
あ、まゆしまゆし、僕もお茶ちょうだい。
Oh, Mayashi. I'd like some tea too. Okay. This all felt like an old memory. It seemed like ages ago when I'd last had a normal conversation like this. But this was no time to be sentimental. While Miyuri was washing the cup, I needed to get things straight in my head.
変動したんだよな。
There was a world line change, right? In the end, I'd hesitated at the last second. If Kagari, or perhaps Kurisu, hadn't stopped me, maybe the world line wouldn't have changed, and Stratfor would have caught us. But change it did. I could still feel the lingering sensations from my reading Steiner, so I was sure of it. From the look of things, Miyuri and Daru were the same as ever, and the immediate danger was gone. The reason for the change was probably the deletion of Kurisu's memories from within Kagari. Those memories must have included something that dealt with the time machine, which meant that their existence was important enough to control whether or not the world line changed. And I deleted them.
いや、逆の可能性もあるな。
No, it could be the opposite too. Maybe even if Maho's program hadn't worked right, and the memory rewrite failed, the world line would have changed anyway? Unlike last summer, it wasn't clear what was making the world line change now. The first thing I needed to do was see if Kagari's memories had been successfully rewritten.
お待たせ。
Here you go! At the same time as I decided on my plan, Miyuri brought me a cup on a tray.
まあ麦茶出すからね。
I'll get some barley tea now, okay. She put the tray on the table and headed for the fridge. I looked and saw that there were 4 cups on the tray. 4?
前より、どうしてコップが4つあるんだ？
Miyuri, why are there 4 cups?
だ
Huh?
ってかがりさんも飲みたいだろうから。
Because Kagari's going to want some too. That's right. Kagari.
かがりが来てるのか？
Kagari's coming?
さっき LINE で連絡が来たよ。もうすぐ作って。
She just sent me a message online. She'll be here soon.
そうか。
I see.
何の用で来るんだ？
What's she coming over for?
オカリンが呼んだんじゃん。昨日 LINE で連絡よこしたっしょ。今日の正午にここに集合って。
You called her. You sent everybody a message online yesterday and said we all needed to meet here at noon.
第3回かがりたんの記憶を取り戻す方法を考える会。
It's our third meeting to try and come up with a way to get our memories back.
メンバーはオカリンと僕とかがりたん。
It's you, me, and Kagari-tan.
まあ今のところ成果ゼロだけども。
Not that we've had any luck so far, though.
俺が呼んだ。
I called her?
まゆしんも参加できたらよかったんだけど、今日はバイトがあるので。
Mayushi wants to help too, but I've got work today. I can hear Miyuri apologizing from the kitchen.
かがりさんの記憶、早く戻るといいね。
I hope she gets her memories back soon.
最近のこと以外何も覚えてないなんて 寂しいもんね。
It must be sad to not remember anything except for the recent past. She didn't remember anything except the recent past? What was going on? Kagari should have still had her memories from when she was a kid. Maybe trying to rewrite her memories had actually deleted them.
はい、おかり。お茶どうぞ。
Okay, Ocarine, here you go. Miyuri handed me a cup filled with barley tea.
ああ、ありがとう。
Oh, thanks. I took the cup, trying my best to hide my internal shock.
タルくんのはここに置いておくね。
I'll leave yours here, Daru.
どうも。
Thanks. I gulped down the tea, stood up from the sofa, and went over to Daru.
ダル、
Daru?
何？
Huh? What's up? I lowered my voice so that Miyuri couldn't hear.
かがりの記憶の上書きは成功したのか、
Did the memory rewrite for Kagari succeed?
それとも失敗したのか。
Or did it fail? Daru looked at me for a moment, confused.
何の話？
What are you talking about?
え
Huh? That wasn't the answer I expected.
かがりの脳内に残っているクリスの記憶を消すのは成功したのかと聞いたんだ。
I'm asking if we succeeded in deleting Kurisu's memories from Kagari's brain.
何その SF 設定怖い。
What movie is that, man? It's so scary!
オカリンついに中二病患者に復帰したん？
Are you finally back to the old you? What? I froze for a moment. Daru didn't look like he was lying. He had no reason to lie, anyway. Did that mean that in this world line, Kurisu's memories had never been implanted in Kagari?
ちょっと来い。
Come with me!
ねえ、僕エロゲしてるんだけど。
What? I'm playing an H game right now!
いいから。
Just come with me! I dragged Daru outside the room, leaving a very confused Miyuri behind.
寒。
Wow, it's cold!
オカリン、僕を殺す気か。
Ocarine, are you trying to kill me?
いいから。ちょっとだけ付き合ってくれ。確認したいことがあるんだ。
Just be quiet and help me out for a minute. I want to check some things. He must have sensed I was serious, because after a moment's surprise, he nodded silently.
今のかがりは記憶がないのか。
Is Kagari missing her memories right now?
そうだよ。つか何度も言ってるっしょそれ。
That's right, I've said a bunch of times.
タイムマシンで過去に来る前の未来の記憶も含めて。
Including her memories of the future, before she got on the time machine.
ないってば。覚えてるのはここ最近のことだけ。
Yeah, all she remembers is what happened lately.
未来のことを覚えてたら、せめてマユシにはかがりたんの正体を教えてるし。
If she remembered the future, we could at least tell Miyushi who she really was.
それはつまりマユリはかがりが自分の娘だということを知らないんだな。
You're telling me that Miyuri doesn't know that Kagari is her daughter, right? Yep.
それは秘密にしとくってオカリンが決めたんで。
He decided to keep it a secret.
ということはかがりが未来から来たことを知っているのは
Which means that the only people who know that Kagari is from the future are
僕とオカリンと鈴葉。
me, you, and Suzuha.
それだけ。
Is that all?
それだけ。オカリンが他の誰かに話してなければ。
That's all. Unless you told someone.
そうか。
I see.
すまなかった。寝ぼけてたみたいだ。夢の内容が現実とごっちゃになったらしい。
Sorry, I must not be fully awake yet. I had a dream I'm mixing up with reality.
気にすんなって。僕なんか24時間夢の中で生きてますから。キリッ。
Don't worry about it. I live in a dream 24 hours a day, baby. Hence why he believes he's the king of harem, eh, people?
それにさ、僕としてはそういうテンション高いオカリンが久々だったから、なんか懐かしく感じたお。
And anyway, it felt like forever since I've seen you so excited about something. Instead of answering, I took a second to think. It seemed like there were three main differences with Kagari in this world line. 1. She didn't have Karisa's memories. 2. She didn't have her own memories of her own childhood. 3. Only me, Daru, and Suzuha knew who Kagari really was. In other words, Miyuri didn't know that Kagari was her daughter.
戻ったのか
Am I back? This Kagari seemed closer to the one I met just before I jumped to the Alpha World line. Everything seemed mostly the same as before, including the fact that we were trying to get back her memories. Did this mean that a second world line change had sent me back to the old one? Nope, because the divergence meter was more than 1. The divergence meter needs to be below 1 in order to be on the Alpha World line. If I had the divergence meter, I could tell, but... Ah, well, there you are. It's just answered my question for me. He's not got the divergence meter. I was starting to think like I used to. And chuckled at myself. I should stop. I decided it had nothing to do with the time machine or the time leak machine. All I could do was help Kagari get her memories back.
オカリン、なんかさっきから変じゃね
Oh, Karine, you've been acting kind of weird for a bit, you know.
いや大丈夫だ気にするな
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
ならいいけど。
I hope so.
つっか、いい加減寒いから戻っていい
Anyway, it's really cold. Can I go back in?
俺も凍えてきた
Yeah, I'm cold too. Ah, there's Suzuha's bike. You notice that? Suzuha's bike is back outside the shop. Only it's a different colour. Daru and I raced back inside the room. When I got back, I could just barely make out Miyuri's voice.
探し物一つ
Searching for one thing.
星の笑う声
I'm not going to keep singing this.
風にまたたいて手を伸ばせばつかめるよ
Well, that explains why she reaches for the stars. Miyuri hadn't noticed us come back in. She was putting her textbooks into her bag, and it sounded like she was also singing a song.
それ誰の歌だ
What song is that? Huh? It was only then that she realized I was there.
おかえり寒いのにお外で何話してたの
Oh, welcome back! It's cold outside. What were you guys talking about?
ちょっと今期のアニメについての意見交換をしてたのだぜ。
We were just talking about this season's anime.
すごいね
Oh, wow!
なあ今の歌って
Hey, what was that song?
あ、もしかして口ずさんじゃってた
Oh, was I singing it?
探し物一つ
Encore time, people.
星の笑う声風にまたたいて手を伸ばせばつかめるよ
I heard something fall near the front entrance. Yep, Kagari's heard her mum singing it and pieced it together. Huh? At some point, Kagari had opened the front door. She was standing there with a shocked expression, her mouth opening and closing. Her bag was lying at her feet. She must have dropped it in surprise when she came in. But did anything that surprising happen?
かがりさんてってる
Oh, Kagari! Ta-da!
そう
That!
そう
That?
その歌
That song!
私知ってる
I recognize it! Huh?
そうなのか？
Do you?
その歌は
That song is... Kagari was trying to point at Miyuri, but shaking too much to do it.
その歌
That song! She fell to the floor, like a puppet with its strings cut.
かがりさん
Kagari!
かがり
Kagari! Oh, hello. A silhouette. Oh, it's young Kagari.
探し物一つ
Okay, it's double encore time, people.
星の笑う声
It's a very nice sunset view, that, isn't it? Very good perspective drawing, actually, because you've got the city skyline narrowing to a point, so you get the main characters standing out thanks to the shadows. Nicely done.
風に瞬いて手を伸ばせばつかめるよママ
Mummy?
なーにかがりちゃん
Huh? What is it, Kagari?
それ何の歌
What song is that?
えへへこれはねとっても大事な歌なの
This is a really important song.
どんな歌なの
What kind of song?
泣いている人を笑わせたいっていう歌かな
It's a song to make people smile when they're crying. Maybe.
泣いてる人を笑わせるのが大事なの
Is it important to make people smile when they're crying?
それも大事だけどそうじゃなくてね
That's also important, but that's not all.
この歌はママとかがりちゃんをつなげてくれた歌なの
This is the song that brought you and me together.
この歌があったから出会えたんだよ
This song is the reason we met.
その歌がなかったらママはかがりのママになってくれなかったかもしれないの
So if it weren't for that song, you might not be my mommy? You think it's a nice scene, have you? It's quite nice so far, isn't it? Well, let's see how it ends.
そんなのいや
I don't want that!
ごめんごめんそういう意味で言ったんじゃないの
Oh, sorry. That's not what I meant.
何があってもママはかがりちゃんのママだよ
I'll always be your mommy, no matter what.
でもそうだな
But,
かがりちゃんにはこの歌覚えておいてほしいな
I want you to remember this song, Kagari.
いつかかがりちゃんが大事な人と出会った時のために
For the day when you meet someone really important to you.
その人が泣いている時笑わせられるように
So that when they're crying, you can make them smile.
一緒に歌おう
Come on, sing it with me, okay?
探し物一つ
Encore 3.
星の笑う声探し物一つ星の笑う声
So this is where the piece of the jigsaw slams together in Kagari's head.
上手上
You're really good.
手次はね
Now the next part is... Oh, wow.
ママ
Okay, now she's disappeared. Mommy?
ママ、どこ
Where are you? Mommy!
どこに行ったのねえ、マ
Where'd you go? Mommy! Mommy!
マ、ママ。
Mommy! No! Don't go! I'm not doing the high-pitched scream now. And now we're back to Akabe all of a sudden. I wet a towel at the sink and put it on Kagari's forehead as she lay on the sofa. She looked like she was having a nightmare. Her breathing was shallow and pained. She still wasn't awake.
大丈夫かな
You think she's okay?
どうだろうな。
I don't know. She just collapsed out of nowhere, after all. It had been about 5 minutes ago when she'd arrived, and then immediately collapsed. Daru and Miyuri and I had somehow managed to get her over to the sofa. If 3 of you can't carry her over to the sofa, something's wrong. 2 of you would be able to do it, let alone 3.
つうかさ、濡れたタオルを額に置くのって高熱で倒れた人の場合の処置じゃね
Wait, isn't putting a wet towel on someone's forehead what you do when they got a high fever?
かがりったん熱はないっぽいじゃん
She doesn't look like she's got a fever at all.
これ気絶した人にも効果あるん
Does this work on people who just passed out?
仕方ないだろう。他に何をしていいのかわからないんだから。
It's not like we got a better option. I don't know of any other things we can do. Neither Daru nor I had the knowledge required to handle this situation. But since Kagami had no insurance card and no residency certificate, taking her to a hospital felt like a bad idea. Avian, so you're one of those. The moment you get home, you quickly collapse and relax down. Can't say I blame you, to be honest. It's nice to just, like, shrink into your sofa or onto your bed, isn't it? And just get on with it. All we could do was wait for her to wake up. Oh, that's cute, Avian, that your beagle's protesting in the cold by huddling under the blanket with you. That's amazing.
ママ。
Mommy! I heard her whisper something. Huh?
今ママって聞こえた
She just said mommy. We both put our ears closer to her mouth.
いや、
No,
行かないで。
don't go! Mommy! She suddenly jerked upwards. The 2 of us just barely managed to avoid getting a headbutt.
危なかったよ
That was close!
あ、いや違うかがりたんとのラッキースケベチャンスを逃したんだよ
You're barred! Wait, no! I missed my chance to do something naughty to Kagari-chan and not get blamed for it!
バカバカだバカ
Stupid! I'm so stupid! I ignored Daru, who was bashing his head against the floor in frustration, and spoke to Kagari.
大丈夫か
You okay?
岡部さん。
Okay, Kagari seemed confused, and it took her a moment to realize that she was lying on the sofa.
私、寝てたんですかどうして
Huh? Was I asleep? Why?
覚えてないのか
You don't remember? And absolutely, Avian, yes, Daru would get blamed for it, so he actually had his skin saved. Quite a lot.
ラボに来た途端マユシを見て気絶したんだよ
You saw Mayashi the minute you got here and then fainted.
まゆりさんを
When I looked at Miyuri, I realized that her tone had changed since the world line switch. More precisely, it had switched. It was back to how it was when I first met her.
君はマユリが口ずさんでいた歌を知っているようだった
You seemed to know the song she was singing.
歌
The song. Oh!
そうです。あの歌、私あの歌知ってるんです。
That's right! That song! I know that song!
どこかで聞いたことがあって、ずっと昔、子供の頃に。
I've heard it somewhere. A long, long time ago. When I was a little kid.
おお、来たこれ。これマジで記憶回復フラグなんじゃね？
Oh, for the win! This is totally a sign that her memories are gonna come back.
まゆりさんはどこに？
Where's Mayuri? Where'd she
あ
go?
の歌のこと教えてもらわなきゃ。
I had to get her to tell me about that song. Her eyes darted around the
マユ
lab.
リはメイクインのバイトがあって君と入れ違いに出て行ったよ。
She had to work at May Queen, so she left as soon as she got here.
かがりたんのことすごく心配してた。
She was really worried about you.
本当にごめんね。
I'm really sorry.
今日はランチタイムだけバイトを頼まれてて、どうしても行かなくちゃダメなの。
They asked me to come in for the lunch shift today, and I really can't miss it. And yes, a long, long time ago. Well, as you say, the brain would be frazzled for a moment, but the future is now her past, isn't it?
おかり、ダルくん、かがりさんのことお願いね。
Okarin, Daru, take care of Kagari for me, okay?
そうですか。
I see.
他に何か思い出したことはないか？
Is there anything else you remembered?
どんなことでもいいんだ。
It doesn't matter how small.
他に。
Anything else? She put her hand up to her forehead so she could think. But then she shook it softly.
ダメです。
No, it's no good.
他には何も。
I don't remember anything else.
歌のことも知っているのは確かなんですけど、誰から聞いたのかとかそういうのは全然。
I know I've heard that song before, but I can't remember who I heard it from at all.
かがりたんさ、今気絶してる間夢見てなかった？
Did you dream it all when you were passed out just now, Kagari-tan?
夢ですか？
Dream?
うん、うなされてたからさ、ママって呼んでた。
Yeah, you look like you were having a bad dream. You kept saying mommy.
ああ、起きた時も叫んでたな。
Oh, you yelled that when you woke up too.
私そんなことを。
I did?
歌がトリガーになって何か記憶が蘇ったりしてないかなって。
I wondered if that song might be the key to bringing back some of your memories or something. Well,
ダメ、思い出せません。
no. I can't remember anything.
確かに何かの夢を見ていた気がします。
Apologies, people. I couldn't stop it, so I had to make sure I got as far away from the mic as possible.
I think I was dreaming, yes.
とても大切な夢だったような気がするんですけど。
And that dream was very important.
そうか。
I see.
すみません。ご迷惑をおかけして。
I'm sorry for causing all this trouble.
But both Dara and I knew this was a big step forward. She knew the song that Miyuri was singing, and she said she'd learned it when she was a child. That would have been in the future, before she'd gotten in the time machine. Which meant there could only be one answer. It was the future Miyuri who taught Kagari that song.
オカリン、ひとまずマユシに聞いてみるのがいいんじゃね？
Okarin, you think asking Mayashi would be a good first step?
そうだな。バイトはランチタイムだけって言ってたから、タイミングを見計らってメイクインに行ってみるか。
You're right. She said she only had to work the lunch shift. So let's head over to May Queen when it's winding down.
私も行きます。
I'll go too.
Kagari quickly stood up off the sofa.
落ち着いて。今すぐ行くわけじゃない。もう少し休んでいた方がいい。
calm down. We're not leaving right away. You should rest a little.
そうですね。
Oh, you're right.
すみません。
Sorry. And then her stomach rumbled.
腹が減ったのか。カップ麺ならあるが。
You hungry? We've got instant ramen.
あとはマユシが買いだめした唐揚げとかバナナとか。
And Mayuri's chicken wings and banana too.
バナナいただきます。
I'd like a banana. Not after it's been in the microwave, you wouldn't. She seemed embarrassed. And who can blame her?
お帰りになさいませ、ご主人様。
Welcome back, Meowster! Yes, there she is. Everyone's far too cutesy maid character. When we opened the door to May Queen Nian Yan, the usual Cadian maid was there to welcome us.
あ、オカリン。
Oh, Okarin!
かがりにゃんもお帰りなさい。
Kagarin Nian, welcome back!
こんにちは、フェリスさん。
Hello, Ferris.
オカリン、最近来るたびに違う女の子を連れてくるにゃ。
Meow. Alkarine, every time you've been here lately, it's been with a different girl, Nia.
奥義を極め、リア充大学生のオーラをまとう能力を身につけたという話は本当だったのかにゃ。
So it's true what they say, that you've mastered the aura of a popular college boy, Nia.
そんなんじゃない。
That's not it.
マユリを迎えに来たんだ。
I'm here to see Mayuri.
そろそろバイト上がりの時間なんじゃないかと思ってな。
I figured she'd be about done with her shift.
マユシーは今日キッチン担当だったのにゃ。
She was working in the kitchen today, Nia.
キッチン。
The kitchen?
今日はランチタイムのメイドちゃんたちの人数が足りなくて。
Oh. I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna die inside one a day. We didn't have enough maids for lunchtime
こ
today.
の時間だけマユシーにもお手伝いしてもらったのにゃ。
So we had her come in to help, Nia.
なあ、マユリに料理をやらせて大丈夫なのか。
Hey, is it really okay to let her cook?
本人はやりたがってたけど、お皿洗いに集中してもらったにゃ。
She really wanted to cook, but we had her focus on washing plates, Nia. Oh. That was Ferris for you. She knew exactly who belonged where.
もう上がってもらったから、今は着替えてる頃にゃ。
I told her she could go home, so she should be changing right now, Nia.
じゃあ外で待ってるって伝えておいてくれ。
Tell her we're waiting outside then.
了解にゃ。
Roger, Nia. Yep, I sigh as well, Avian. I really do. Waited down below for a bit before Mayuri came out.
おかり、かがりさん。
Okarin! Kagami!
ごめんね、迎えに来てくれて。
Thanks for coming to get me.
かがりさん、大丈夫？
Is Kagami okay? As soon as she got out of the store, Mayuri ran out and gave Kagami a big hug. She had a worried look on her face as she peered into Kagami's eyes.
ありがとう、まゆりさん。もう大丈夫。よ
Thanks, Mayuri. Yeah, I'm okay now.
かった。
I'm so glad.
バターンって倒れちゃったから、びっくりしちゃったよ。
You just fell over, so I was really worried.
心配かけてごめんなさい。
I'm sorry I worried you.
でも、どうして二人して迎えに来てくれたの？
But why did you two come to get me?
お前に聞きたいことがあってな。
There was something I wanted to ask you.
さっき口ずさんでいた歌についてだ。
About that song you were singing. I repeated the conversation I had at the lab for Mayuri.
というわけで、その歌をどこで覚えたのか教えてほしいんだ。
So can you tell us where you heard that song?
まゆしーはすずさんが歌っていたのを聞いたの。
Mayushi heard Suzu singing it. Right, so she gets it from Suzuha, and then somehow she teaches it to Kagari, and Kagari brings it up. Christopher Nolan, is this you?
鈴葉が
Suzuha was singing it. That's right.
マユシーはバイトが終わった後よくラボでお勉強してるんだ。
After work, Mayushi studies aloud at the lab.
雨の日はね、すずさんが部屋の中でトレーニングしてるのです。腹筋とか腕立て伏せとか。
On rainy days, Suzu does her training inside, like push-ups and sit-ups and stuff.
それでね、トレーニングが終わるとシャワーを浴びるんだけど、
And when she finishes her training, she always takes a shower.
出た後は髪を乾かしながら窓の外の雨を見てるの。ずっと。
After she comes out, she looks out the window at the rain as she dries her hair.
その時にね、いつもこの歌を小さく口ずさんでるんだよ。
And when she does, she always softly sings this song.
なんていう歌なのかはすずさんに聞いたことはないんだけどね。
I've never asked her what it's called, though.
なるほど
I see. So maybe it was a song from the future then? Like a song that was popular with people in the 2030s, maybe? Maybe Kagari learned it at the same time Suzuha did.
それなら次は鈴葉に当たってみるか
So maybe we should ask Suzuha next.
そうですね。
You're right.
ここまで来たんだ最後まで付き合うよ
I've come this far, so I'll stay with you until we find out.
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
Really? Thank you. My relationship with Suzuha was probably still pretty strained in this world, but she would probably help me get Kagari's memories back.
一度戻ろう鈴葉はブラウン管工房で店番してると思う
Let's head back to the lab. She should be working at the Broad Tube Workshop.
マユシーも一緒に行く。
Mayushi will go with you.
マユリさん、いいんですか？
You sure, Mayuri? Yep. Mayuri gave a cheerful answer, and then she started to fidget, as if she were embarrassed for some reason.
ね、うまく言えないんだけど。
I don't know how to say this, but...
かがりさんを見てると、なんかしなきゃっていう気持ちになるのです。
When I see you, Kagari, I feel like I have to do something.
守ってあげたいとか、助けてあげたいとか、そういう気持ち。
It's like I want to protect you. I want to help you. Aww. So even here she had the motherly instincts.
なんでなのかな。不思議だね。えへへ。
I wonder why. It's strange, isn't it? Maybe it was the bond between mother and daughter. It was going to be a long time before Miyuri became Kagari's mother, though.
それにね、
And also,
思い出がないのって寂しいと思うから。
I think it's sad not being able to remember
ま
things.
ゆりさん、
Mayuri,
ありがとうございます。
thank you.
みんなで頑張ろう。
It's fine. Let's all do our best. And so the three of us went back to the lab. The bike's not there.
すずさんの自転車がないね。
Huh? Suzu's bike isn't here.
おかしいな出る時にはあったんだが
That's strange. It was here when we left. Just as we went to peek inside the Broad Tube Workshop, Tsunoji came out.
おなんか用か
Hey, you need something?
鈴葉はいませんかさっきまで店番してたと思うんですが
Is Suzuha here? I think she was working a while ago.
ああいつなら今日は上がったぜ
Ah, she left for the day.
午後から用事があるとかでないつになく真面目な顔して出かけていった
She said she had something to do this afternoon. Seemed pretty serious.
何の用事かは聞いてますか？
Did you ask what it was?
いやバイトのプライベートまで詮索するつもりはねえからな。
Nope. I'm not interested in getting involved in my part-timers' private lives. That was all he said before he headed back into the shop.
すずさんどこ行ったのかな。
I wonder where she went.
用事って何でしょうね。
What do you suppose she had to do? I hoped it was nothing serious. I'll try lying. Go on then, let's see. I think I've got a hint for Kagari's memories. There are some things I want to ask. Where are you? Go Curry!
ゴーカレー
Go Curry. Ah! Is she spying on Daru and Yuki? Was she eating a late lunch? Was that important?
とにかく行ってみよう。
Let's go check it out. Wow, that was amazing! The winner of this month's Go-Go Curry Akihabara Eating Contest is... the first person in store history to win 3 in a row! The Silent Slaughterer!
すっげえ！あの華奢な体のどこにあんな大量のカレーが入るんだよ！
Wow! Where did she fit all that curry into her tiny body?
カレーの女神だ。カレーの女神が権限された。
She's the goddess of curry! The goddess of curry has appeared before us!
名前に恥じない殺戮者っぷりだな。あの食いっぷりを見たら本職の殺し屋って言われても信じるね。
She sure slaughtered that curry! If you told me she was a real assassin, I'd believe it!
優勝した静かなる殺戮者さん、おめでとうございます。
Congratulations to our winner, the Silent Slaughterer!
すごいな。
Whoa.
すごいですね。
Wow. Was this what Suzuha had been up to? The store had said she'd won 3 times in a row, and the customers seemed to know her. Did that mean she was a regular? Suzuha made her way over to us through the cheering crowds. Phew.
あれ3人ともどうしたの？
Huh? What's wrong, you 3?
ごめん。さっきは大会の直前だったからそっけない返事しちゃった。
Sorry. The tournament was just about to begin, so I didn't have time to type out a longer response.
すごいね。あんな大皿のカレーをペロリと食べちゃうなんて。
Wow, I can't believe you ate that big plate of curry.
食べられるものは食べられる時に食べる。戦場で生き残るために必要な素養だよ。
Eat what you can when you can. You need that nutrition to survive on the battlefield. And what Suzuha has described there is something that you often hear in the military as calling fill your furnace. Essentially, if you're on downtime and you're on deployment, you eat as much as you can. Because what they don't know is once you're deployed, you don't know when you're next going to eat. It's a military tactic, so you often find that, you'll see like guys all sat together and they'll be doing nothing but eating. And then they'll get told, right, wheels up. And they'll be in the field for 2 solid days, and that'll be their operation. They won't sleep, they won't eat, they won't do anything. So what she's referring to there is called fill your furnace. When I did my trek in China, in the mornings in the hotel, I was absolutely stuffing my face, and everyone was turning to me saying, why are you doing that? I said, I'm filling my furnace, I don't know when we're next going to stop and eat. Because I wasn't the guide, so I didn't know what time we'd be stopping. One day, we trekked for 5.5 hours up high hills before we stopped. I was the only one who wasn't out of breath.
戦場？
The battlefield?
私何か聞き間違えたんでしょうか？
Did I hear that wrong?
気にしない方がいいと思う。
It's probably better not to think about it.
おじさん、それでかがりの記憶の手がかりって？
So, Uncle, what was this about a clue to Kagari's memories? Now explain what had happened so far.
私の歌聞こえてたの？
Huh? You heard me singing?
もう言ってよ、マユ姉さん。
You should have said something, Big Sis Mayu.
すずさんが歌ってるのすごく可愛かったから、教えたらやめちゃうかなと思って黙ってました。
You were so cute when you were singing. I thought if I said something wrong, you'd stop.
意地悪だな。
You're so mean. And I agree, Evan. Yep, brilliant idea. As I say, if you ever find yourself in that situation where you don't know when you're next going to eat, stuff your face.
それでその歌はどこで知ったんだ？
So, where did you hear that song?
母さんだよ。母さんが歌ってたんだ。
Mom! Mom used to sing it.
ユキさんが？
Akabe, have you just like casually dropped Amane Suzuha's mum's name to her best friend without her knowing? This could get interesting. Yuki did.
ユキさん？
Huh? Yuki?
鈴葉さんのお母様もユキさんとおっしゃるんですか？
Your mum's name is Yuki too? I warned him.
いや、そうじゃない。ユキさんのあだ名が母さんなんだ。
No, that's not it. Yuki's nickname is Mom.
そうそう、そういうこと。ついあだ名で呼んじゃうんだよ。
That's right. I just always call her that.
そうなんですか。それはどういう由来で？
Do you? So how did she get that nickname?
ごめん、その話はまた今度。
Sorry, we can talk about that some other time. That just makes it look more suspicious, best girl. Just point to the fact that she cooks for everybody and knows how to repair clothes. Problem solved!
おじさん、ちょっとこっち来て。
Uncle, over here! Suzuha and I stood a little away from Kagari.
さ、よく考えたら母さんのことは別に隠さなくてもいいんじゃない？
Listen, is there really any point in hiding the truth about Mom from her?
記憶が戻らない可能性もあるんだから言わない方が賢明だと思うけどな。
Her memories might not come back, so it's smarter not to tell her, I think.
そうか。
I see.
私としてはそれは避けたい結末ではあるけど。
I'd like to avoid that if we can.
それでその歌をユキさんから教わったっていうのは未来での話だよな。
So Yuki taught you that song in the future, right?
もちろん。
Of course.
母さんが料理を作りながらよく歌ってて自然に覚えたんだ。
She used to sing it as she cooked, so I learned it that way. I was getting confused. So what was going on here?
子供の頃のカガリは鈴葉かユキさんからその歌を教わったということか。
So when Kagari was little, she learned it from you or Yuki.
それはないよ。
No way.
かがりがまゆ姉さんの養子になったのは母さんが死んだ後だから。
Kagari only became Big Sis Mayu's adopted daughter after Mom died.
私も人前で歌ったことなんてないんだ。かがりに聞かせたこともない。
And I've never sung it for anyone. I've never let Kagari hear it.
あの頃は生きるのに精一杯でそんな心の余裕なんてなかったからね。
It was all I could do to survive back then. I didn't have time to sing.
無意識に口ずさんでるなんて自分でも知らなかったくらいなんだ。
I didn't even realize I'd been singing it.
かがりがこの歌を子供の頃に覚えたんだったらそれはまゆ姉さんから教わったんだと思うよ。
She said she learned it when she was a kid, so she probably learned it from Big Sis Mayu.
そうか。
I see. Which meant Kagari learned it from Miyuri, who learned it from hearing Suzuha hum it. And Suzuha learned it from Yuki, her mother.
なら次はユキさんに当たってみるか。
Which means next we visit Yuki, I guess.
なんだか伝言ゲームめいてきた。
This is turning into a game of telephone. But even so, if we kept at it, we were sure to learn the truth eventually.
私はタイムマシンの整備もあるし付き合いそうにないな。
I've got to do maintenance on the time machine, so I don't think I can go.
かがりのことよろしくね。
Take care of Kagari for me.
あ、
Yeah.
というわけだ。
So that's the story. I explained to Miyuri and Kagari what I'd learned from Suzuha. Of course, since I couldn't tell them about the future, I skirted around that part of the story.
そっか。じゃあ次はユキさんだね。
I see. So next it's Yuki, right?
まゆり、連絡取ってもらっていいか。
Miyuri, can you contact her for me?
わかった。
Okay, sure. Miyuri took out her phone to call Yuki.
出ないな。
She's not answering.
LINE 送っておくね。
I'll send her a line. Miyuri gave up on calling her and sent her a message online.
これで OK だよ。
There we go.
なんだか大ごとになってしまってすみません。
I'm sorry this turned into such a big deal.
気にしなくていいよ。
Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is the part of the stream that unfortunately we just have to keep digging around for clues.
それにね、マユシーはかがりさんとこうしてお散歩できて楽しいのです。
And you know, Mayushi is having fun going on a walk with Kagari.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
私もまゆりさんとお話ししながら歩いているとなんだかゆったりした気分になれるんです。
I feel kind of relaxed too, talking with you like this.
ああ、それまゆしーも一緒だ。
Oh, me too.
私たち気が合うのかもしれませんね。
Maybe we just get along.
へへ、嬉しいな。
That makes me happy. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do it. If Daru was here, he'd yell, "Yuri for the win!" Come to think of it, Daru had said he'd had something to do today, and I hadn't seen him since we'd left the lab. It was probably something I didn't want to know about. Oh.
ゆきさんからメッセージ来たよ。
Oh, I got a message from Yuki.
実は今橋田さんとデート中だって。
I'm actually on a date with Hashida, it says.
ああ、そうなんだ。
Wow, I see.
あの二人お付き合いしてるんですか？
They're dating?
デートするほど進展していたとは聞いてないぞ。
I hadn't heard they were close enough to start dating. Was that what Daru was up to?
ゆきさん、夕方にはラボに来るみたい。
Looks like she's coming to the lab this evening.
夕方か。時間が少し空くな。
Evening, huh? That's not for a little while. And because of that, I'm going to do a manual save, and it's going to be over another Gehenna stigma, because that ending can go away.
でもデートの邪魔しちゃ悪いよ。
I don't think we should interrupt their date, though.
そうですね。待ちましょう。
That's right, let's wait. If Kagari wanted to wait, it wasn't my place to disagree. We decided to have Miyuri answer Yuki's message, then go back to the lab. On the way...
お、どうした？
What's wrong?
おかり、あそこ。
Okarin! Over there! Miyuri suddenly lowered her voice and quaintly pointed towards a nearby cafeteria of outdoor seating. Two people we recognized were sitting at one of the tables. It was Yuki and Daru. The two of them were eating a sandwich together.
これはあれだな。
This is... I don't know.
とりあえずいつものダルに倣ってこう言っておこう。
I guess his Daru's over there and not here. I'll say it for him.
リア充爆発しろ。
Daru, normies must explode.
どうしましょう。
What do we do?
邪魔しちゃ悪いよね。
We shouldn't get in the way.
とはいえこれはなかなか見られない光景じゃないか。
But this isn't something you get to see every day, is it? Ah, Akabe. Suzuha will kill you if you interrupt this. You do not want to piss off best girl. You really don't.
それは確かに。
That's very true. Mayuri's eyes were filled with passion. She seemed to be truly cheering them on.
二人が食べ終わるのを待って偶然合流した感じにするか。
Should we wait for them to finish and just pretend we just happened to walk by?
あゆしは賛成です。
No, she thinks that's a great idea.
いいと思います。
Sounds good to me. This is going to be so painful. I share your pain with the oh no in the comment, Avian. This is going to be interesting. Kagari and Miyuri were getting excited. Was this really that exciting? We sat at a nearby table in the corner of the terrace, so as not to let them see us. We covered our faces as best we could, and quietly observed the two of them. They seemed to be enjoying their lunch. I could just barely make out what they were saying.
ほらほら、橋田さん、口の端にトマトついてますよ。拭いてあげますね。
Ah, Hashida. You get some tomato stuck on your mouth. I'll wipe it off.
いやいやいや、大丈夫大丈夫。自分で拭くから。
No, I'm fine, just fine. I'll wipe it off myself.
でも、いつもハンカチ持ってないじゃないですか。ほら、こっちに顔向けてください。
But you never have a handkerchief with you, do you? Come on, turn this way.
僕の体液がついたら、あまねしのハンカチが汚れてしま。
If any of my bodily fluids get on your handkerchief, you'll have to throw it out. Kind of you to say, Daru, but not the best way to put it.
汚いなんて思ったりしませんよ。
I will not.
はい、拭きますよ。
Come on, here. That's really odd art. Have you noticed how low res they've made it? That's like early PSP kind of artwork. Ah. Ugh.
何やってるんだあいつは。
What is he doing?
仲良さそうで羨ましいな。
They're getting along so well. Mayushi's jealous.
お似合いですね、あのお二人。
They make a perfect couple.
そうか。
Do they?
そうですよ。
I'm not going to try and do those two voices together. Just let them bollicles at the same time. I don't get it.
いいな。幸せそうだな。
They look so happy together. That's so nice. Mayuri was watching them with stars in her eyes. And then... Ow!
まゆりさん、お腹空いてるんですか？
Mayuri, are you hungry?
バイトが終わってからお昼食べようと思ってたから。
I was going to eat after work.
なんだそうだったのか。
Oh, were you?
じゃあ何か注文するか。ここは俺がおごる。
Okay, I'll order something. My treat.
いいの？
You sure?
手伝ってくれているお礼だ。
It's my way of saying thanks for helping.
やったー。オカリン太っ腹だね。
Yay! You're so nice, Ocarine!
じゃあねじゃあね。
Okay, okay. Miyuri's eyes shone as she looked at the menu.
クレープ食べたいな。いちごとクリームがいっぱい入ってるの。
I want crepes with lots of strawberries and cream. And in Japan, crepe stores are gigantic. They are everywhere. They're delicious as well. They're very delicious. Evidently the place is offering a special on crepes today.
わかった。かがりは？
Okay, what about you, Kagari?
私はさっきお昼食べさせてもらいましたから。
I just ate, so...
一緒に食べようよ。
Come on, let's eat together!
遠慮しなくていいよ。
Don't worry about it.
すみません。じゃあバナナとチョコのを。
Thanks. I'll have the banana and chocolate one then. Yeah. Ah, so Avian, you've gone for the Arn approach when it comes to crepes. Cream, strawberries, sprinkles, all the goodies. And if I've made you want crepes, I'm sorry, not sorry. Oh, that's nice. You use like squeezed lemon and sugar. That's a very British version of. Well, we just refer to them as pancakes rather than crepes over here. It's very British to use the squeezed lemon and sugar.
了解だ。
Roger. I went to buy crepes, being careful not to let Daru and Yuki see me. Oh. Oh god, how cutesy is that? If you're a diabetic, the sweetness in this image is going to kill you. They could not have made that more sugary if they tried. And if you wanted to cook them, Avian, I take no responsibility for planting the seeds. I'm just annoyed that I can't have one. These are so good! I can't believe it!
ですね。チョコレートの苦さが絶妙。
Right? The chocolate has just the right amount of bitterness.
いちごも美味しいよ。
And the strawberries are good too.
ほら、かがりさん。あーん。
Here, Kagari, say ah. Oh god. Ah. For an innocent image, that is so wrong. Tell me I'm not the only one seeing this. It's good.
何をさせるんですか？
Wait, what are you making me do?
照れなくてもいいのに。女の子同士なんだし。
Oh, come on. You don't need to get embarrassed. We're both girls. And you're very jealous of a video game lunch, Avian. I can't say I blame you. I'm thinking along similar lines.
それはそうなんですけど。
That's true, but...
あ、ほっぺにクリームついてるよ。
Oh, you got some cream on your cheek.
いや、
Oh, oops.
マユシーが取ってあげる。
Mayushi will get it off for you.
大丈夫ですよ。自分で拭けますから。
I'm okay. I can do it by myself. And yeah, Avian, I knew I wasn't the only one who saw it. You had a little more insight than I do, but I was too busy rolling around the floor laughing. I had to get it out of my system. Kagari hurriedly took a hand mirror and handkerchief out of her pouch and wiped it off.
マユシーが取ってあげたかったな。
Aww, Mayushi wanted to do that.
もう、マユリ さんったら困ります。
Oh, come on, Mayuri. You can't do that.
どうして？
Huh? Why?
どうしてって、
Why? Because...
まゆりさんに言われるとなんか変な気持ちになっちゃうから。
When you say stuff like that, it makes me feel weird.
変な気持ち？
Weird?
はい。
Yeah.
なぜかまゆりさんにすごく甘えたくなっちゃうんですよね。
It makes me really want to let you spoil me.
おかしいな。私の方が年上のはずなのに。
It's strange. I'm supposed to be older than you. Kagari's cheeks flushed red as she stared up into Miyuri's eyes.
かがりさんがまゆしーを好きだってことだよね。
That means you love me, right? Oh. What move have I taken on us down here, people? What avenue have I taken us down? Where next are we going? What?
まゆしーもかがりさんのこと大好きだよ。
Mayushi loves you too.
まゆりさん、私は。
Mayuri, I...
ああ、まゆりのそれに深い意味はないから気にしないでくれ。
Oh, she doesn't really mean anything by it. Don't let it bug you.
そうなんですか？
She doesn't?
ねえ、まゆしーにも一口ちょうだい。
Hey, hey! Give Mayushi a bite too, okay? Oh dear! Oh no! It just gets worse! That facial expression! It's just... Oh my god!
しょうがないな。はい。
Oh, fine. Here, say... Mayuri took a bite at the crepe in Kagari's hand. To someone else's eyes, it must have looked just like two sisters feeding each other crepes. No! No, it doesn't, Takabe! It does not look like that at all! Not even close! Of course, Mayuri would be the little sister. But it didn't look that way to me. It looked like a little Kagari was blushing and stretching a hand out towards her mother. I really did want to get her memories back. I can only imagine what the future was like after World War III occurred. But no matter how bad it got, families still must have gotten together to eat dinner. Maybe this happened in the future too. That would be a very happy... Oh, Karine!
Huh?
Huh?
どうしたの？ぼーっとして。
What's wrong? You're spacing out! Yep, Avian, I agree with you. It certainly did not look like sisters. You're not wrong.
悪い。ちょっと考え事をしてた。
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something.
おかりんもクレープ食べたくなっちゃったのかな？
Do you want a crepe too? No! Don't you two dare! Don't do it!
今からでも買ってきたらどうですか？
Why not go get one?
大丈夫だよ。昼飯はさっき食べたし。
I'm fine. I just ate. And the crepes look so sweet that I've lost my appetite.
そうだ。
Oh, I know!
まゆしーの一口あげるよ。
Mayushi will give you a bite of hers then.
なら私のも。
I said no! You can have one of mine too. I suddenly found myself with two smiling girls shoving creeps in my face.
バカ、やめろ。恥ずかしいだろ。
Come on, stop that! It's embarrassing! And this is how Daru and Yuki spot them. Without even thinking, I tried to move my chair back, only to get it caught on the leg of the table. Ah! Ocarine! Okabe! Oh. The rest of the cafe watched me and I fell flat on my ass. I ended up attracting a lot of attention. And as a result...
岡部さんじゃないですか。
Is that you, Okabe?
なあ、おお、オカリン、なぜここに？
What? Ocarine! What are you doing here? They found us. We explained to the student how we'd found ourselves here.
もう声をかけてくれればよかったじゃないですか。
Jeez, you should have said something.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry.
お邪魔しちゃ悪いかなと思って。
We didn't want to interrupt.
ずっと見られてたことの方が恥ずかしいですよ。
It's embarrassing to think you've been watching us the whole time. He is not impressed. Daru is not impressed. Daru's face was as placid as a sage's. Knowing that we saw him like that must have snapped his mind in half.
それでユキさんどうかな？
So, Yuki, how about it?
その歌どこで知ったのか覚えてないか？
Do you remember where you heard that song? No, Akabe. You've literally just crashed into their date like a battleship into a harbour. You do not get to go off and casually ask another question. The harbour master is not going to let you do that. You just torpedoed your way into the scene. You do not get to change the subject like that. That's not how life works.
覚えてますよ。最近のことなので。
I do. It was really recent.
私、お菓子教室でバイトをしてるんです。講師の先生の補佐役なんですけど。
I work at a dessert cooking class. I'm the teacher's assistant.
ほら、私、お菓子作るの好きだから、まだまだ修行中なんですけどね。
You know how I like to make snacks, right? I'm still learning though.
ゆきさんが作るお菓子は、ものすごく美味しいんだよ。
All her desserts are really yummy.
そうなんですか？
I see.
今度、かがりさんも一緒に作ろう。ね。
Let's make some soon, Kagari. Okay?
はい、ぜひ。
Yes, please. I tried to get the conversation back on track.
そのお菓子教室と歌にどんな関係が？
So what's the deal with this song in this class?
ああ、そうそう。
Oh, right.
教室に通ってる生徒さんの一人が調理の間その歌をいつも口ずさんでて
One of the students in the class is always singing it.
本人は無意識みたいなんですけどそれを歌ってる時はとても幸せそうな顔をされていて
I don't think she knows she's doing it, but she always looks really happy when she does. Right, Trying to think of who... Unless it's a random. It can't be Fubuki or Kaede because she knows them. In this timeline, has Yuki met Shining Finger? Morika? Maybe not. It could be Morika in a random moment. Who knows?
私もいつの間にか覚えちゃいました
I picked it up at some point.
その生徒はユキさんの知り合いなのか？
Is that student someone you know?
例えば俺の知っている人だったりしないか？
Someone I know?
それはないと思います割とお年を召している女性なので
I don't think so. She's an older woman. We played the game of telephone to this point, and ended up with someone who had nothing to do with any of this. Maybe it was a really common song, and Kagaria just happened to learn it from hearing someone sing it in the future. No, it was too early to assume that.
ひとまずその生徒さんに話を聞いてみよ
Let's try getting a hold of that student.
う。ユキさんすまないがその人に連絡を取ってもらえないかな？
Yuki, can you contact her for us?
生徒の個人情報だったら俺たちに教えるわけにもいかないだろうし
I know you can't tell us her private information.
別に構わないですよ 教室といってもそんな大げさなものじゃないですから。
I don't mind. It's a class, sure, but it's not that big of a deal.
その方の携帯のメアドも聞いてますし、よくお話もしますから。
I know her email. I talk to her all the time. Yuki took her phone out of her pouch and started to fiddle with it. She seemed to be looking at a list of addresses.
あったあった。この人です。
Oh, here we go. This is her. She turned the phone towards us. Seeing the name of a person we'd never met wouldn't do us any good, but we looked anyway.
Eh?
Huh? Huh? Yeah, they both know her, alright.
何？
Huh? What?
その名前。
That name!
オカリンのお母さんの名前だよ。
That's Okarin's mom! Well, it's not who I thought it was. It's Akabe's mother. Sorry, 1 second. Just need to cover distracting noise, people. I do apologise. Well, she has been mentioned a few times. Mayashi has done a few errands for her. So she is established, I suppose, but it'll be interesting to see where this goes from. There was no doubt about it. That was my mom's name. Oh, so Yuki's a friend of yours. After hearing the shocking news that Kagari's song traced its roots all the way back to my mom, we went back to the lab. It would have been embarrassing to call my mom in front of Miyuri and Kagari. So I went out to Oof, in the cold, to call home. When I asked my mom if she was going to a cooking class, she seemed surprised that I didn't know. I see. It's that song, huh? I had no idea that I was singing it. Oh, that's kind of embarrassing.
その歌はどこで覚えたんだ？
Where'd you learn that song?
どこでって？
Where?
ラジオで流れてたとか、他の人が歌っているのを聞いたとかさ。
Like you heard it on the radio, or maybe you heard someone else singing it.
あんただけど？
It was you.
え？
Huh?
あんたが前に歌ってたのよ。
You used to sing it.
な。
What?
な。
What?
何言ってんだよ。そんなわけないだろ。
What are you talking about? That's impossible.
ほら、あんたが中学生の頃、まゆりちゃんが塞ぎ込んじゃった時期があったでしょ。おばあちゃんが亡くなって。
You remember when you were in middle school and Mayuri got depressed, right? When her grandma died.
だけど、まゆりちゃん、ある日を境に元に戻ってくれて、ほんとよかったわ。
Everybody was really worried, but one day she suddenly got better.
でも、代わりにあんたがおかしくなっちゃったのよね。
But then you started going crazy.
なんだっけ？上記のバッドサイレントテスト？
What was all that about? You were a bad scientist? Please stop. Was there anything in the world more terrifying than hearing about your own dark history from your mom? I'll wait, people. I'll wait for a worse suggestion. Your mom telling the world your dark secrets and saying, "Didn't they look cute while they did it?" Can you think of anything more terrifying and nasty than that? Because I can't.
あんたがそのバッドなんとかにかぶれ始めた頃、お風呂に入るたびに歌ってたのよ。
When you started being a bad what's-it, you would sing that song whenever you took a bath.
散々聞いてるうちに覚えちゃったわ。
You sang it so often, I guess I learned it. So, Avian, yet you raise a fair point. The only way it's worse is either A, your mum's a cop, or B, it's posted online for everybody else to see with all the friends commenting. But either way, it's still coming from your mum. So Makabe is still right. There is nothing more terrifying.
俺が歌っていた
I sang it?
そうよ、覚えてないの？
That's right. You don't remember?
あ、お客さん来た。じゃあね、雨が降りそうだから早く帰ってきなさい。
Oh, a customer's here. Bye. It's going to rain soon, so come home quick.
マジか
Seriously?
オカリどうだった？
So, Ocarine, how'd it go?
わかりましたか？
Did you find anything out? I explained what I'd heard from my mom, even though I didn't really understand it myself. Yep. Yeah, they were surprised. I was more surprised than anybody. I was so surprised that I was actually feeling pretty calm.
なるとどういうことなんでしょうか？
So, what does this all mean? What did it mean? Kagari had learned the song from Miyuri in the future. Miyuri had learned it in the present from Suzuha. Suzuha had learned it from Yuki in the future. Yuki had learned it from my mom. And my mom had learned it from me.
俺歌なんて歌ってたか
Did I ever sing?
マユシーも覚えてないな。
Mayushi doesn't remember. And as you say, Avian, yeah, the timeline is that Miyuri's learned it from Makabe in a roundabout way, but the question is, how did he get to learn it? Yeah. If it was a popular song, maybe I would have hummed it, but... Maybe Okabe Rinsaro didn't hum it. But the mad scientist himself, Herin Kiyoma, would happily burst into song if it was going to bring chaos upon the world.
ダメだ思い出せない
No, look. I can't remember.
どうしよう。手がかりなくなっちゃったね。
What do we do? We're out of clues, aren't we? Miyuri looked like she was about to cry. Kagari gave her a gentle hug.
落ち着いてください、まゆりさん。
Please calm down, Miyuri.
岡部さん、そのまゆりさんが落ち込んでいた時っていうのは何か手がかりになりませんか？
Okabe, does the fact that you sang it when Miyuri was depressed give you any kind of clue?
そうは言っても何か特別なことをしていたわけじゃないからな
I don't know. I didn't really do anything special.
まゆりが墓参りに行ってるのを迎えに行くくらいで
All I did was go see Miyuri when she was visiting her grandmother's grave. That was when her and Kiyoma, now sealed away, had been born.
じゃあそのお墓に行ってみませんか？
Should we go to her grave then?
何か思い出すかも。
You might remember something. Was that possible?
ここまで来たなら最後まできちんと確かめてみたいですから。
After all this, I want to see this through to the end.
おかり、まゆしーからもお願い。
Ocarine, Mayushi wants you to do it too.
わかった行こう
Okay, let's go.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. The sun was about to set, so we decided to go the next day. The next day, the sky had been cloudy since morning. I met with Kagari and Miyuri at a spot near the cemetery where her grandmother was buried.
雨降ってきちゃいそうだね。
It looks like it's going to rain, huh?
私、傘持ってきてないんですよね。
I didn't bring an umbrella.
天気予報では降らないって言ってたから。
The weather said it wasn't going to rain.
まゆしーもだよ。
Mayushi didn't either. And I never brought an umbrella when it wasn't raining. In other words, nobody had an umbrella.
雨が降り出す前に切り上げるようにしよう。
Let's finish this before the rain starts.
お
Okay.
ばあちゃん、オカリンが来てくれて喜ぶだろうな。
Your grandma will be happy you came, I bet. Your grandma. Is she referring to herself in the second person, or is she talking to Kagari here?
そうだな。
Yeah. Or is that a translation error? Yeah, she did say your grandma will be happy you came. But it's not Akabe's grandma's grave, it's Mayuri's. Yeah. That line makes no sense. That line doesn't fit.
それに今日はかがりさんも来てくれたし、
And Kagari's here too.
まゆしーの素敵なお友達をおばあちゃんに紹介できるのが楽しみなのです。
I can't wait to introduce my wonderful new friend to Grandma.
まゆりさん、
Mayuri.
おかりん、早く行こう。
オカリン、
まゆしーはおばあちゃんに話したいことがたくさんあるのです。
Okarin, let's hurry. There's a lot Mayushi wants to tell Grandma.
そうだな。急ごう。
Yeah, let's hurry. We finally arrived at the cemetery. The skies were getting darker and it felt like it could rain at any minute. We finished cleaning the grave, and each of us put our hands together in front of us. Then Mayuri sat down and started talking to her grandma. Kagari and I watched her from a short distance
そ
away.
れでね、かがりさんが驚いた顔で入ってきて、バターンって気絶しちゃったんだ。もうびっくりしたよ。
And then Kagari came in, and she was so surprised, she fell down and went bang.
まゆしーはすっごく慌てちゃったし、すっごく心配だったんだけど、どうしてもバイトに行かなきゃいけなくて。
Mayushi was really scared and really worried, but I had to go to work.
だからオカリンとダルくんにかがりさんのことお願いって言ってラボを出たの。
So I said to Okarin and Daru, take care of Kagari, and left the
で
lab.
も本当は心配で心配で胸がはち切れそうだったんだよ。
But I was so worried, I thought my heart was going to burst.
岡部さん、
Okabe, Kagari whispered to me, concerned.
ああ。マユリのことなら気にしないでくれ。
Oh, don't worry about Mayuri.
あれは儀式みたいなものなんだ。
That's kind of like a ritual.
儀式？
A ritual?
ああ。マユリはおばあちゃん子でさ、そのおばあちゃんが亡くなった時には魂が抜けたみたいになってたんだ。
Yeah. She loved her grandma a lot. And when her grandma died, it was like she lost her soul.
半年くらい誰とも口を聞かずに、毎日ここに来ては一日中ぼんやり立ってた。
For about 6 months, she wouldn't say a word to anyone. She'd just come here and stand all day. And I very quickly need to go and refill my water bottle, so I'll be back in a couple of seconds, people. I apologise. I apologise for that, people. I thought I had more water in there than I did. Even though I've been googling a lot more than I thought. But hey, we're here now, so we're back.
まるで自分もおばあちゃんのところに行ければいいのにって祈っているように見えた。
It was like she was praying to go be with her grandma.
それを岡部さんが連れ戻したんですよね。
And you brought her back, didn't you?
どうしてそれを？
How did you know?
まゆりさんから聞いちゃいました。
Mayuri told me.
あいつめ。
That girl.
いいじゃないですか。かっこいいですよ。マッドサイエンティストの法王院京馬さん。
Ah, come on. It's cool. Hoen Kiyama, the mad scientist.
やめてくれ。
Stop it.
あの時は必死だったんだ。
I was desperate for any idea I could think
後
of.
から思えば正解だったわけだけど、やっぱり恥ずかしい真似をしたと思うよ。
Looking back, it was still the right answer, but really silly, really embarrassing. I used every bit of knowledge I could scrape up from anime and video games to try and keep Mayuri's soul from leaving us.
連れてなんて行かせない。
I won't let anyone take you away.
マユリは俺の人質だ。人体実験の生贄なんだ。
Mayuri is my hostage. She's the sacrifice for my human experiments.
どこにも逃がさないからな。
There is no escaping me.
そっか。
Oh.
まゆしーは人質なんだね。
Mayuri, she's your hostage.
しょうがないね。
I guess I'm stuck here, huh?
うんうん。
No,
とても素敵なお話だと思います。
I think that's a wonderful story.
そうかな。
Is it?
そうですよ。
It is.
あ、
Ah.
降ってきました。
It started raining. I looked up just in time for a drop to fall on my cheek. A cold rain started to come
こ
down.
んなに早く降り始めるとは思いませんでしたね。どうします？
I didn't think it'd start so soon. What should we do? We just got in here and hadn't done anything yet. I wanted to at least do a little research before we
一
left.
旦雨宿りできる場所を探そう。コンビニで傘を買ってもいいし。
Let's find a place where we can get out of rain. We can get umbrellas at the convenience store if we need them.
わかりました。
Okay.
まゆりさん、一度駅に戻りましょう。
Mayuri, let's head back to the station for now. Huh? Wow, it's raining! The rain started to come down harder as we ran toward the station.
ずぶ濡れだよ。
Yeah, I'm soaked!
先に傘を買っておけばよかったですね。
We should have brought the umbrellas first, huh?
これじゃシャワー浴びないと風邪ひいちゃうね。
We'll need to take a shower or we'll catch a cold.
かがりさん、まゆしーのお家来る？一緒にシャワー浴びようよ。
I know, Kagari, wanna come to Mayushi's house? We can take a shower together. Oh god, no. Flashbacks to Song of Memories here, people.
あれ？
Huh? Mayuri turned around and suddenly stopped. I stopped too. I looked back and saw that Kagari wasn't keeping up with us. Huh? She was standing some distance away, with a blank look on her face. She was facing us, but seemed to be staring off into the distance.
かがりさん、どうしたの？
Kagari, what's wrong? We're about to see a memory shift here. Something's going to come back or go forward.
聞こえる。
Yep, here comes the voice of God. I can hear it. Her voice was flat and emotionless. It was like she was a different person than the one that had been there a moment before.
聞こえるって何が
What can you hear?
声
A voice.
声が聞こえる
I hear a voice.
かがりさん
Kagari? Mayuri started to walk towards Kagari.
私
I
行かなきゃ
have to go. And suddenly, Kagari ran through the puddles of water and out into the street. Kagari! A truck was coming. Kagari! Run! Mayuri screamed, and my body moved on its own. I yanked Mayuri's shoulder down and knocked her to the ground so that she couldn't run out on her own. Yeah! And then I used that momentum to run out into the street myself. Okari! Back to the Kagari memory one.
昔はね今みたいに空気が汚れていなかったからみんな雨に濡れても気にしなかったんだよ
A long time ago, the air wasn't dirty like it is now, so nobody cared if they got wet in the rain.
ママがかがりちゃんくらいの年の頃はね雨が降るのは楽しみだったんだ
When Mummy was your age, Kagari, she loved the rain. Yep, absolutely, Evan. Yep, one more trope hit, so the only thing we need now is a beach day. Well, that might be a secret ending, maybe? Who knows?
オカリンと一緒にお外を走り回ったの
She ran around outside with Ocarine.
雨の中を走るとねまるで海の中を泳いでるみたいなんだ
When you run in the rain, it's like you're swimming in the sea. No, it isn't. When you run in the rain, it fucking hurts, because the rain hits you like a fucking machine gun. You don't get that when swimming in the sea. I know from experience. Shut up. You are wrong.
オカリンとママはねその中を泳ぐ魚なの世界でたった2匹だけの
Ocarine and Mommy were fish, swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world.
楽しかったな
It was so much fun.
それはいつのことだっただろう
When was that?
1998年に鈴葉お姉ちゃんと別れてから長いこと閉じ込められていた施設
After I'd been separated from Big Sis Suzuha in 1998, I was locked somewhere for a long time.
私がそこから逃げ出したのはいつのことだっただろう
When did I escape?
逃げ出した理由は
Why did I escape?
急にママに会いたくなったからそれだけだった
I wanted to see Mommy all of a sudden. That was the only reason. At the place where she was kept, Kagari was waiting for the professor to come like always, when she happened to look outside and see that it was raining. When she smelled the water through the window, she remembered what her mom had said. And the next thing she knew, she'd taken off the headset she was wearing. Nobody had expected it, so escaping was easy. She ripped off the cords on her arms and used the little window to go outside. And then she'd snuck in the back of a truck that was just leaving the parking lot. The facility she'd been kept in must have been deep within the mountain. After hours of shaking, the truck finally reached the town somewhere. When the truck stopped, she jumped out and wandered in the rain, with nowhere to go. She didn't have any destination in mind. She wanted to see her mom, but didn't know where she was. And even if she did find her, her mom would have been younger than Kagari and wouldn't know who she was. She'd run away from the facility on impulse, but she had no money and there was nothing she could do except wait for the professor to come find her. Until then, she wanted to get wet in the rain. The rain kept falling for a long time. Her clothes got wet, but she didn't care.
雨が痛くないなんて変な感じ。
It's so weird that the rain doesn't hurt. The rain in this era didn't sting when it landed on your skin. It was warm. For the first time, Kagari learned that nature could do things other than hurt you. There was life in this rain. That's how it felt to her. The rain in this era was alive. It was totally different than the dead rain of the future. Kagari kept walking, enjoying the feeling of being surrounded by living rain. How long had she walked? When her legs finally started to get tired, she sat down at a bench with a roof over it. It's a train station. It was a trolley platform. It was unmanned, without even a ticket station. Yep, that's a very old school train route. Proper rural look. She sat down and looked up at the sky. The rain was still falling.
きっと神様はこの雨も嫌いなんだろうな。
I'm sure God doesn't like this rain.
生きている雨より死んでいる雨の方が好きなんだろうな。
He probably likes the dead rain better than the living rain.
そうじゃなきゃ未来の雨が死んでいる理由を説明できないもの。
Otherwise, I can't explain why the rain in the future is so dead. The dead rain sure didn't seem better than the living rain to Kagari. But there was one thing she was sure of. In the future, where Mom was, the rain was dead. When she saw Mom again, the rain would be dead. So she wasn't really mad at God.
迷子ですか?
Hey, last. A boy was standing next to the bench. He was the same age as Kagari, or maybe a little younger. And yeah, I think they're talking about acid rain, Avian. It makes sense, really. To have it actually sting, it must be very, very corrosive. So whatever's happened to cause the sky to get scorched has really contaminated the atmosphere. He was holding an umbrella, but the area below his knees was soaking wet. He must have walked in the rain for a long time. Kagari said nothing as he sat down next to her. He looked tired and in pain. Hold on a second, haven't we seen this scene before? Someone talking to her in the rain. I'm getting a major sense of deja vu here.
僕も.
Me too. The boy talked to her in a voice that was a whisper. What he talked about, she couldn't remember. But he seemed to be in so much pain, as if he was carrying the weight of the world's sadness on his shoulders. Why had he talked to him when they'd never met before? Why had he decided to open up to Kagari? Strangely, it didn't bother her. She was the same. She was the same as he was. And strangely, she realised something. There were things in this world that you just couldn't change. There were things in this world where all you could do was watch them slip through your fingers. You couldn't give up on them, but you had no choice but to give up. She felt that despair. Maybe the rain had brought the two of them together. There were so many people in the world, and yet the two of them had no one they could talk to. So maybe the rain had brought them together. The living rain, the warm rain, the gentle rain.
オカリンとママはね、その中を泳ぐ魚なの。世界でたった2匹だけの。
If the game's going for that ending, where it's both Okabe and her meeting in the past, that'd be fucking ludicrous. Okarin and Mummy were fish, swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world. Mommy had looked so happy when she told that story. But it sounded sad to Kagari, because the world was so big, and it was just the two of them alone. It would be lonely and sad to have no one else there. That's what she thought. But now she understood how Mom felt, just a little. Just two fish alone in the world. But that was different than being totally alone. No matter what else, there was someone next to you who felt the same way. It was lonely, but she was sure that it wasn't lonely. That's what she felt, at the bottom of the sea of living rain. Yeah, I'm not singing this. It needs a high-pitched voice, which I don't have. And talent. So I strike out on all three. Kagari was far better than I could ever be. There was nothing Kagari could do for the boy, but she felt like he needed that song. The next thing she knew, the boy was gone. The rain's not stopping her.
探したよ。
I've been looking for you.
ほら、行こ
Come on, let's go.
う。どうしたんだい？
What's wrong?
私
I
行かなきゃ。
have to go. She shook off the professor's hand and ran off into the street, through the pouring rain. And then she saw a truck, splashing up water from the puddles as it came barreling towards her. So, are we in the past here, or are we in the present? I'm alive. Kagari woke up and realised she was in a hospital bed.
Kagari-san!
Kagari! Mayuri was looking down at her with eyes swollen bright red.
Okari! Kagari-san 気がついたよ!
Ocarine! Kagari's awake!
Kagari!
Kagari!
私
トラックにはねられそうになったんだ。
You were almost hit by a truck.
怪我はなかったんだけどな。気を失ってたから念のために救急車を呼んだ。
You weren't hurt, but you passed out, so we called an ambulance just in case.
君は保険証を持ってないから医療費はとんでもない額になるかもな。
You don't have an insurance card, so the bills are probably going to be crazy.
しょうがないよ。あの時はそうするしかなかったもん。
It doesn't matter. It's the only thing we could do.
かがりさんが無事でよかった。
I'm just glad you're safe, Kagari.
オカリンがね、ギリギリのところで助けたんだよ。
Ocarine saved you at the last second.
二人とも死んじゃったのかと思って。まゆしいわ。まゆしいわ。
Mayushi thought you were both dead. Mayushi thought...
泣くなよ、まゆり。
Don't cry, Mayuri. Okay.
そうでした。
Oh, that's right.
ぼんやり覚えてます。岡部さんが飛び出してきてくれたこと。
I kind of remember. Okabe jumped out to save me.
ごめんなさい。私どうかしてた。ありがとう。
Sorry. I don't know what was wrong with me. Thanks.
いや、無事ならいいんだ。
No. I'm just glad you're safe. In a fit of emotion, Mayuri leapt on Kagari. And look at that face there. It kind of goes against the tone of what Mayuri's going for, who's looking really upset. I'm so glad, Kagari! I was really worried. Mayuri.
違う。
No, that wasn't right. Kagari finally understood everything.
そうじゃない。
That wasn't
この
right.
人はまゆりさんじゃない。
This wasn't Mayuri.
そうだ。
Yes, that's
この
right.
人はママだ。
This was Mommy.
やっと。
I finally...
やっと会えた。
I finally get to meet you! And now Mayuri's got the same look on her face as if to go, wait, what the fuck? What? Now it's Kagari's turn to give Mayuri a big hug. Mama! Mommy! Yeah? Huh? Mommy?
かがりさん、違うよ。まゆしはママじゃないよ。
Kagari? No! Mayushi's not your mommy!
違ってなんかない。ママはかがりのママなの。
You are! You're Kagari's mommy! She couldn't stop herself from talking like a little girl. The last 10 years vanished, and Kagari was once again a small child.
ママって。
Mommy!
かがり、記憶が戻ったのか？
Kagari! Your memories are back?
おかりん、おじさん。
Uncle Ocarine!
全部思い出した。
Yeah, I remember it all now.
私は椎名まゆりの娘、椎名かがりだよ。
I'm Mayuri Shina's daughter. My name is Kagari. Huh?
だってかがりさん、まゆしより年上だよ。
But you're older than me, Kagari.
それにまゆしは赤ちゃん産んだりとかしてないし。
And Mayoshi's never had a baby or anything. Nice way to skirt around saying a certain word there, Mayuri. At least I'm assuming that's what you were going for.
ママ、私は未来から来たんだよ。
Mommy, I'm from the future.
未来のママは孤児だった私を引き取って養女にしてくれたの。
In the future, you adopted me when I was an orphan.
まゆしが
Mayoshi did?
そうだよ。私に生きる理由を与えてくれたのがママなの。
That's right. You were the one who gave me a reason to live.
ママはね、私を危ない目に遭わせないために一番安全なところに逃がしてくれた。
You sent me to the safest place you could think of, so they wouldn't be in danger.
安全なところ？
The safest place?
過去だよ。
The past.
ママが幼かった頃のまだ平和だった日本でなら安全に暮らせるだろうって。
You probably thought that if I lived in a time when Japan was at peace, I could be safe.
でもやっぱり寂しかった。
I still missed you.
ここにはママがいないんだもの。
I couldn't find you here.
どんな安全な場所でもママと離れ離れになるんじゃ意味なんてないもん。
No matter how safe it is, I didn't want to live without you.
ママ、
Mommy,
会いたかったよ。
I missed you. Kagari clung to Mayuri on the soft bed and cried for a long time. At first, Mayuri was confused, but she eventually hugged her back gently.
かがり
Aww.
ちゃん。
Kagari. Mommy. Yeah.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry. Queen's jumped back on the thing saying apparently I've blasted through this chapter, but to be fair, how much of it did I skip by going straight from the 2nd of January to the 15th? Because I've not skipped ahead or anything, I've not gone at pace.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry. Yep, I won't be doing those noises. And that's why you know where you're going to get that pitch out of me. It's not going to happen.
ごめんね。
I'm sorry.
辛かったよね。寂しかったよね。
It must have been so hard. You must have been so lonely.
ママのせいでずっと泣いてたんだよね。
You were sad for so long because of me, weren't you?
ごめんね。
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm not even doing that one. Don't need to, and I can't do it.
こうして私、椎名かがりはすべての記憶を取り戻した。
And that's how I, Sheena Kagari, got all my memories back.
それからの数ヶ月間はただ楽しかった。
The next several months were
毎
wonderful.
日のようにラボに集まってママやその友達と遊んだ。
Every day I would come to the lab and play with Mommy and her friends. So, well, there you go, Queen. I've turns out I've not blasted through it. I've actually taken a slightly longer than part-time.
みんな本当にいい人たちだった。退屈する暇なんて1秒もなかった。
They were all wonderful people. There was never a moment where something fun wasn't happening.
特にママはできるだけ時間を作って私と一緒にいてくれた。
Mommy especially tried to spend as much time with me as possible.
一緒にご飯を食べに行ったり、
We'd eat together,
一緒にショッピングに行ったり、
go shopping together.
目的もなく一緒に散歩したりした。
I'd sometimes just walk around with no goal in mind.
他愛もないそのすべてが私が心の底から求め続けていたものだった。
That normal life was everything I'd ever wanted.
以前は頭の中に響いていた声もママとたくさん話しているうちにいつの間にか聞こえなくなっていた。
The voice I'd heard before began to vanish as I spent more time with
ママは
her.
どんな時でも笑顔を私に見せてくれた。
Mommy always
そ
smiled,
して心から嬉しそうに私の話を聞いてくれた。
and she always seemed so happy to hear what I had to say.
本当に幸せだった。
I was so happy.
お泊まり会も何度もした。ラボやママの家やルカ君の家で。
We had a lot of sleepovers too. At the lab, at Mommy's house, at Luca's
お菓子
house.
を食べながら遅くまで話して、夜はママと同じ布団で眠りについた。
We'd stay up late, eating snacks and talking, and then I'd be sleeping in the same room in the same futon as Mommy.
布団の中では小さな声で二人であの歌を歌った。
We'd both whisper that
マ
song.
マが二人をつないでくれた歌だと言ったあの歌を。
That song she told me brought us
確
together,
かにあの歌は私とママとをつないでくれた。
and it did.
私は小さい頃にママにこの歌を教えてもらった。
When I was little, Mommy taught me this
マ
song,
マは鈴葉お姉ちゃんから聞いた。
and she learned it from Big Sis
鈴
Suzuha,
葉お姉ちゃんはユキさんから、
and Big Sis Suzuha learned it from
ユキ
Yuki,
さんはオカリンおじさんのお母さんから、
and Yuki learned it from Uncle Okarin's
オカ
mom,
リンおじさんのお母さんはオカリンおじさんから、
and Uncle Okarin's mom learned it from Uncle
そ
Okarin,
してオカリンおじさんは
and he,
確かなことはわからない。
I didn't know for sure,
でももしそうだったらそれはとても素敵なことだ。
but if that was true, it was
他
wonderful.
にもママとたくさん話した。
I talked about a lot more with Mommy.
学校の話、ラボの話、オカリンおじさんの話、未来の話、恋の話、本当にいろんなことを。
About school, about the lab, About Uncle Ocarine. About the future. About love. About all kinds of
ある
things.
時ママが急にこんな話をしたことがあった。
One day, she said this to me.
ねえかがりちゃん、
Hey, Kagari!
まゆしーはね、思うのです。
Mayushi had an idea.
この歌は大好きな人を励ます歌なんじゃないかなって。
Maybe this song is a song to make the person you love feel better.
その人は大切な宝物をなくして悲しくて悲しくて眠っちゃったの。
They lost their most important treasure, and they got so sad they finally just went to sleep.
どんなに揺さぶっても眠ったまま。それくらい悲しかったから。
No matter much you shake them, they won't wake up. That's how sad they are.
でもね、その宝物は実はなくなってないんだ。
But that treasure isn't really gone.
本当はちょっと手を伸ばせば届くところにあるの。
It's actually so close they could reach out and touch
だ
it.
けどその人は宝物がすぐ近くにあることに気づかないでずっと眠ったままなの。
But they don't realize it's so close. All they do is sleep.
でもね、その人はきっと本当は誰かが起こしてくれるのをずっと待ってるんだ。
But really, you know, they're waiting for someone to wake them up.
だってね、その人はそばにいるから。
Because that person is right next to them.
いなくなったわけじゃないから。
They're not gone at all.
それがいつになるのかわからないけど、それでもいつかきっと目を覚ましてくれる。
I don't know when, but I know that someday they'll wake up.
そういう歌なんじゃないかなって思うんだ。
That's what I think that song is.
そしてママは私を見てにっこりと微笑んでくれた。
And Mommy looked at me and
カ
smiled.
ーテンから漏れる月明かりでぼんやりと見えたママの瞳がとても澄んで見えた。
Her eyes seemed so clear and calm as she gazed at the moonlight coming in through the
初
curtains.
めて見る綺麗な色の瞳だった。
It was the first time I'd seen such a pretty color.
けれど後から思うと
But when I thought
あの
back,
時のママの瞳は以前にも見たことがあった。
I'd actually seen it once before.
あの時
That day,
私が記憶を取り戻したあの雨の日、
that rainy day when I got my
ママ
memories
は
back.
私を抱きしめながらあんな瞳をしていた。
She had that same look in her eyes when she held me.
あの時ママはずっと同じ言葉を繰り返していた。
She'd kept saying the same thing.
ごめんね。
I'm
カガ
sorry.
リちゃん、ごめんねと。
I'm sorry,
そ
Kagari.
のごめんねはママが未来のママ自身の代わりに謝っているんだと思ってた。
I thought that she was apologizing for what she'd done in the
未
future.
来のママが私を一人ぼっちにしたことを謝っているんだってそう思ってた。
I thought that she was apologizing for leaving me all alone.
けれどそうじゃなかった。
But she wasn't.
あの時ママは他の誰でもなく2011年の椎名真由里として私に謝っていたんだ。
That apology was only from the Sheena Mayuri who lived in 2011.
私を一人ぼっちにしてごめんねと。
She was saying that she was sorry for leaving me all
そ
alone.
のことに気づいたのは半年後、
It was about half a year later when I realized this.
2011年7月7日、
July 7th,
七夕
2011.
の日だった。
The day of the Tanabata.
本当は分かってた。
To tell the truth, I had known it was coming.
こんなところに呼び出してママ何の用かな。
I wonder why Mommy wanted me to come here.
何かサプライズでも考えてるのかな。
Maybe she's thinking of a surprise. Back in the radio building, Kagari whispered as if she wanted it to be true. Today was July 7th, Tanabata. The lab was going to have a Tanabata party with the Tenoji family on the roof of the building. It was essentially an excuse to hold a barbecue. The sky was clear that day, so the night stars were sure to be pretty.
早く戻って準備の続きしなきゃ。ママと一緒に。
I have to get back and help get getting ready. With Mommy's help, of course.
本当は分かってた。
I knew it was
この
coming.
呼び出しが何を意味するのか。
I know what this
分
meant.
かってて、でも自分に対して分からないふりをしてた。
I knew, but I pretended I
本
didn't.
当はここには来たくなかった。
I didn't want to come
見た
here.
くないものから目をそらしていたかった。
I didn't want to see this. I wanted to look away. I took one step after another toward the roof.
早く行かなきゃ。
I need to hurry.
ママが待ってる。
Mommy's waiting.
どうして今になって。
Why now?
ママ。
Mommy! When I opened the door, I was met with a burst of warm wind and the gentle summer twilight. The stars could already be seen twinkling in the evening sky. Miyuri was there. She was standing right next to the time machine. She had one hand on her head to keep the wind from blowing away her hat, and another reached towards the sky. Her open hand stretched up toward the Akihabara sky, as if she was trying to grab the brightest star. Her eyes seemed to look past the stars towards something beyond. It was so pretty, so ephemeral, and so fragile.
ママ。
Mommy! Kagari couldn't stop herself from crying out. It felt like if she didn't stop her, the stars would take her mother away.
かがりちゃん。てってるー。
Oh, Kagari! Toot-toot-oo! Mommy! The tension started to drain from Kagari's body. Good. Mommy was acting normal now. There was nothing to worry about. Mommy would never leave her. Ever. When Kagari ran over, Miyuri lowered the hand that she'd reached out toward the sky.
どうしたの？どうしてここに呼んだの？
What's wrong? Why did you want me to come here? Miyuri smiled, slightly embarrassed, and spun the other way. And then she looked up at the time machine.
かがりちゃんはこれに乗ってきたんだよね。
This is what you came here in, isn't it, Kagari?
急に何？そんなしみじみ言うことじゃ。
Why bring that up? It's not something I... Her words caught in her throat. She realised that the time machine's hatch was open.
どうして？
Why?
どうしてタイムマシンのハッチが開いてるの？
Why is the time machine's hatch open? And then someone appeared from within the time machine.
かがり！
Kagari?
お前どうして？
Why are you...
それはこっちのセリフだよ。二人で何してるの？
That's what I want to know! What are you two doing?
まゆ姉さん、かがりには秘密にしておくって約束したじゃないか。
Big Sis Mayu, you promised you'd keep it a secret from Kagari.
黙っててごめんね、すずさん。
I'm sorry I didn't tell you, Suzu.
まゆしーね。どうしてもかがりちゃんにはちゃんとお別れを言っておきたかったの。
Mayushi wanted to say goodbye to Kagari, no matter what.
すぐ終わるから準備を進めておいて。
I'll be done soon, so keep getting ready.
わかった。終わったら乗って。
Okay, once you're done, get in. Suzuha disappeared back inside the time machine.
秘密？お別れ？準備？
A secret? Goodbye? Getting ready?
ママも鈴葉お姉ちゃんも何の話をしてるの？
What are you two talking about?
私、全然わからないよ。
I don't understand.
本当は分かってた。
She did understand.
本当はママからメッセージが来た時からもう分かってた。
She'd known exactly what was coming since she got the message from her mother.
でも認めたくなかった。
But she didn't want to accept
タ
it.
イムマシンがまたかがりとママを離れ離れにしてしまうことを認めたくなかったの。
She didn't want to accept that the time machine was going to tear her away from her mother again.
あのね、マユシーはこれからスズさんと一緒にタイムマシンに乗るの。
Listen, Mayushi's about to go into the past with Suzu,
大事な人に目を覚ましてもらうために。
so that the person she loves can wake up.
無理だよ。
It's impossible.
世界線は収束しちゃうの。
The world lines are going to converge.
ママや鈴葉お姉ちゃんがどんなに頑張ったって変えられない。
No matter how hard you try, you can't change them.
誰にも変えようがないのよ。
No one can.
そうだね。
You're right.
きっとマユシーじゃ変えられない。
Mayushi can't change them.
だったら
Then,
でもね、オカリンは別なの。
but you know Ocarine can.
オカリンには未来を変える力がある。
Ocarine has the power to change the future.
そのオカリンを、あの日のオカリンの背中をちょっとだけ押すぐらいならマユシーにもできるはずだから。
And even Mayushi can go back to that day and give him a little push.
チャンスはあの日だけだから。
That day is our only chance.
うまくいくわけない。
It won't work! Kagari grabbed Mayuri's arms, but she just smiled sadly.
それでも
Even if it
マ
doesn't,
ユシーはもう一度会いたいんだ。
Mayushi wants to see him again.
ホーイン京馬に、
Hoing
私の
Kiyama,
彦星様にもう一度会いたいの。
I want to see my Hikoboshi again.
そんな。
No!
でも本当は分かってた。
But she knew this was coming. Ever since the day she got her memories back, Kagari's life had been truly happy. She'd lived every day in a peaceful Japan, with no war and with Miyuri and the rest of the lab. Every day shined like a jewel, and she'd thought it would last forever. But she'd known that what that look in Miyuri's eyes had meant. She'd known why even when everyone's having fun, Miyuri always seemed kind of sad.
私は
What about me?
私はどうなるの？
What happens to me?
もしオカリンおじさんがシュタインズゲートへたどり着いたとして、
If Uncle Ocarine does reach Steins Gate,
そこでは戦争が起きないかもしれない。
maybe the war won't happen.
そうすればたくさんの人は救われるかもしれない。
And maybe a lot of people will be saved.
だけどそしたら私はママと会えないよ。
But then I won't be able to meet you.
そんなことないよ。
That's not true.
どの未来でだってマユシーとカガリちゃんは会えるよ。
No matter what the future holds, I'm going to meet you.
その世界ではカガリちゃんは一人じゃないかもしれない。
In that world, you might not be alone.
本当のお父さんとお母さんがいて幸せに暮らしているかもしれない。
You might have a happy life with your real mom and dad.
でもマユシーはそれでもカガリちゃんに会いに行くから。
But even if you do, I'll still come to see you.
それでね、カガリちゃんととっても仲良しになるから。
And then we can be really, really, really good friends.
だからカガリちゃんは 何にも心配しなくていいんだよ。
So you don't need to worry about a thing.
私もママもお互いのことを忘れちゃうかもしれないんだよ。
You and I might forget about each other.
私のことを覚えていないのにどうやって会いに来てくれるの？
How can you come find me if you don't remember?
絶対無理だよ。
It's impossible. No?
マユシーにはきっとかがりちゃんがわかるよ。
Mayushi will know who you are.
なんで
Ow!
なんでそんなことを言い切れるの？
How can you be so sure?
だってね、
Because
それが運命だもん。
Because that's fate.
マユシーとかがりちゃんの絆はどんなことにも負けたりしない。
The bond between Mayushi and Kagari won't be broken by anything. I could make a joke here, but it would undermine the scene, so let's move on.
だから今の記憶がなくなっても絶対にマユシーはあなたを見つけ出すから。
So even if we lose our memories, Mayushi will come find you. Mommy. Tears like pearls fell from Mayuri's eyes, but she kept smiling at Kagari anyway. And for the first time, Kagari realised how strong Shina Mayuri really was. She realised, even if Mayuri didn't, how tough and strong her will was. This girl, who seemed so small and fragile, believed in the power of the future more than anyone in the world.
じゃあそろそろ行くね。
Okay, I'm going to go. Mayuri was about to get in the time machine. She could see Mayuri's legs shaking with each step up the ladder she took. She couldn't let this happen. It would just end up like that day in 2036. Kagari couldn't take that anymore. Wait! Kagari clung to Mayuri's body. Huh?
ママを過去になんて行かせない。
I won't let you go to the past!
ママの代わりに私が行く。
I'll go instead! Kagari grabbed the phone that Mayuri was holding and then pulled down on her hand. Yeah! Mayuri lost her balance and fell off the ladder. And Kagari leapt inside.
かがり、お前正気か？
Kagari! Are you crazy? Kagari ignored her and leaned out of the hatch to smile down at Mayuri.
ママ!
Mommy!
オカリンおじさんは私が何とかしてみせる。
I'll take care of Uncle Ocarine!
だからそこで待ってて。
So just wait there!
かがりちゃん!
Kagari!
鈴葉お姉ちゃん、ハッチを閉めて。
Big Sis Suzuha, close the hatch!
いいのか?
You sure? Yeah.
わかった。
Alright. Why? You both know that you need Mayuri to go back to convince Ocarine. Why are you agreeing to this? The hatch started to close. Mayuri was staring up at Kagari in shock.
かがりちゃん。
Kagari!
ママ、私、ママのことずっと愛してる。
Mommy, I'll always love you!
過去も今も未来でも。
In the past, in the present, and in the future! And then the hatch closed. She couldn't see her beloved mother anymore. She wiped away the tears, sat down in the passenger seat, and strapped herself in. Suzuha sat in the main seat and grinned.
まさかもう一度お前と乗ることになるとは思わなかった。
I didn't think I'd be doing this with you twice.
一番最初に戻っただけだよ。
We've just gone back to the first time is all.
最初とは大違いだ。あの時のお前はピーピー泣いてた。
This is nothing like the first time. You were sobbing like a baby then.
鈴葉お姉ちゃんだってちょっぴり泣いてたくせに。
You were crying a little too, big sis Suzuha.
そうだな。
You're right.
行くよ、かがり。過去へ。
Let's go, Kagari. to the past. Okay. Suzuha tapped at the console and the whole seat started to shake. At the same time, a pale light began to shine from within the machine. The time travel was beginning. There was no guarantee it would work. She might never see Mayuri again. But she swore that she would make this succeed. As the daughter of Shina Mayuri. No matter how far apart they were, that song would connect them together. And so, we reach one more ending. There is... Yeah, now we have the actual voiced version of the song with music. We have one more ending to do. The true ending. And it's nice to actually see the mix of all the different scenes from the past here. It's actually quite a nice flash for Kagari's character, to say the least. And because of that, the question to be asked here is, how long have we got? Because literally, it's normally 11 o'clock when we finish, and there's one ending to go, and I don't know how long it is. That's the issue. So, the debate I'm having here is, do we try and get onto it? Or do we decide to do one finale, which is going to be a final hurrah? A lot of it's going to depend essentially on exactly what I need to do to be able to get the trigger in this side. There was that key message, wasn't there, in the Revenant sign line, where the line message was sent back by Akabe. That's going to be the key, that line message. And Avian, you're saying that you don't think this ending makes a lot of sense. For me, I'm kind of with you, because at the end of the day, I don't understand how Kagari is going to be able to convince Akabe. I don't understand how she'd do it. I don't understand what she's got. Ugh, that's going to put me a little bit late, that, to be fair. I must say, Queen, that's going to put me a bit over time. It's going to be a tricky one. I love the art in this ending. The art in this ending was fantastic, but again, I'm with you on this one, Avian. It doesn't make sense. Then going back to the past, how will Kagari do it? That's why I said, why is Suzuha agreeing? So for me, I think what we're going to do is the only issue I've got with doing it on Wednesday is if it is that short, it's going to be the shortest stream I've got. It's going to be such a short stream that it'll almost feel like a random pointless add-on, if you know what I mean. Let's take a look now very quickly at the clear list. As we can see, there is one more. One final ending right in the centre. There's one more to go. And as I say, you're both agreeing that it makes no sense for the ending the way it is. And I've said it before, how does she get influenced? How does she influence him? How does it make sense? It just doesn't make sense. So exactly where do I need to go? I mean, obviously, as I say, you say play a game for fun on Wednesday? Something that, yeah, that's true actually, something that don't have to continue. That's an idea, actually, that. I quite like that idea. I'll have to decide what it is I want to dig up, though. Yeah, let me think about that. Because, as I say, it's a bit too late here. I am going to be over time. And plus, it'll allow me to make sure I've got everything set up to make it possible. So, this is it. 2 nights' time on Wednesday, we're going to the end. It's going to be the finale of Steins Gate 0. Until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And good night.